I was gonna say, how old are you, McBee? Like,
oh yeah, my back's broken. My back's broken.
Oh goodness. That being said, today we got some travel. Over the past few sessions, you guys got a job from Leon. He is the general of the kind of Knights Brigade in Sarenholm, the northern city, the largest city in the northern continent.
King Leon, as Fezzik would say,
right.
over and over again.
Yeah. He gave you instructions to head east to inspect Flokastroza, the frozen mountain, because there seemed to be a chill that had been damaging livestock and crops, just kind of affecting daily life. You guys went, you saw, you attempted to kick some ass, and were you did some significant fighting there.
I love that. I love that. That instead of we came, we saw, we kicked some ass. Instead, we all got knocked down. Just fucking.
You got screamed at. It's fine. Every time I get screamed at, I want to go to sleep too. So, when you guys got to the city, you followed this strange rainbow mist that flowed underneath the stones of the floor. You followed them down to this massive arena where you met up with this giant elephant kind of transforming. I referred to him as a gentleman many times that night, I think. He was simultaneously healing and torturing what ended up being a banshee. In the process of the fight, she let out her scream, and you guys were all incapacitated and brought to the front of the castle. As you left town, you remarked that you, Fezzik, remarked that on the door of the castle that kind of sealed itself shut as you left, the sigil from your village outside the door of your village kind of glowed on the surface of the door, marking that it had been shut and locked.
Now we gotta go
from
get
there,
a fucking key. Bunch of bullshit.
From there, you traveled back through the small village that you went through, making your way up the mountain, making note to get through as quickly as possible. Your travel was fine, uninterrupted, but watched from a distance.
Yeah.
You get to Sarenholm, and you are made privy to the fact that they have turned Captain General Leon away from the city, almost as though he is not to enter the city any longer. You were told some things about the goings-on of the city and what has happened in the last month or so. Afterwards, you were kind of left to your own devices. I will start this session with you guys inside the main part of the tavern. The tavern keep there is kind of leaned up against the bar reading a small book. It looks tiny in his hands because he's a big dude.
Again?
I had that.
Tavern?
I had that somewhere. The Komajiheim Inn.
Komajiheim Inn. Okay.
And this is the next day, right? We had woken up long rested in the night, or at the tavern. Yes. Okay. I was making sure.
Yeah. I'll say this is the next day. You guys have long rested. I'll say at this point it's probably like 11 a.m.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hey. I mean, early.
I mean, that's not okay.
This morning has been rather uneventful. but you can tell that the tension of the city is off somehow. People are going about their daily lives in a manner that seems normal to when you were last here. People seem a little colder. You can tell that while the world is naturally getting colder, the mountain doesn't help any. As well as you guys are noticing that guards seem to be more prevalent, kind of all over the place. Usually in groups of 3, no more than 6. They kind of walk through the streets. You see them probably every 5 to 10 minutes. You'll see 2 or 3 go by, and you'll see 4 or 5 go by, and then another 2 or 3
going in a specific direction, or does it just look like they're?
It's all kind of it's all patrol. They're just keeping an eye out for foul play and making sure that everybody's on their best behavior.
We could just like see this from our in window, just fucking looking down at the street. I'm just like peeking through the curtain, just continuously, just like they're fucking pissed out there. They're riled up. They're more than a hornet's nest.
Quick thing to throw in there real quick, because we always about this time at Drinks and Doobies we do play a game. So don't forget.
Here we go again.
Yes, sir. If you are playing along with us, every time we roll and fail, you take a drink. That is our normal side, or put your fix, whatever you want. If you want to play hard mode, of course, have a good time. Drink every time we roll for 4 people.
Don't do it, you'll die.
And have a good time.
Do it.
I try my best.
You'll die.
So
don't do it.
Still alive.
Die.
But continue with B peeking out the window at some people or things.
Wearing a Superman costume. Sorry.
Frozone.
But no, I assume.
All right.
So we're all just like, I assume, chilling up in our room right now after our long rest, since we all sleep together.
Okay. It's warm inside the building. You assume it's pretty chilly outside.
Yeah, we're
those of you who
deal with that fucking mountain at some point. The entire world's just gonna be frozen, and we're gonna be like, well, fuck, we had the chance.
There isn't a whole lot of commotion coming from the downstairs area. You can tell that business seems to be kind of slow today.
You said there is a commotion, or there's like no commotion?
There's almost no commotion.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay. Well, I assume the dog is still sleeping. Okay. Me and Fezzik are up.
Yeah. Okay. Are we just down below getting a drink?
I thought we were in the room.
Oh, in the room.
No,
okay.
I assume we're like up top packing our shit, getting ready to go.
Sorry, I lost.
Getting ready to head out for your home.
Yeah, I guess I'm kind of gathering everything up.
Getting any of my stuff that I had out. Maybe like my I don't know what the fuck I would really actually take out in a room like this.
I put away my
putting my armor on, since I would be sleeping with scale mail. Yeah. Although, being a soldier, I probably slept in my armor plenty of time. But yeah, I assume we're just like getting our shit ready. I'm gonna like kick the bed that the fucking Kyntar is in and be like, wake up, we're hitting the road, get your shit together.
I stand up and I'm ready to go.
I imagine he just stands up in the bed. Like, he doesn't get out of bed, he just stands up in the bed.
I like to imagine he gets on all fours.
No, I guess I wouldn't sleep in my armor, so I'll put that on.
Yeah. Okay. All right. That's easy enough.
I will say though that
coat
I have that like transforms
on all the time.
I use that as a little blanket. Yeah, Snuggie. Yeah, exactly. 100%.
That's awesome. Perfect. You guys get prepared for the day. I assume you guys are going downstairs to kind of examine what's going on.
Yeah, and then probably hit the road as quickly as we can.
Okay. You walk downstairs, and as you expect, it's pretty sparse down here. There are a few patrons that are just in here eating lunch a little early But the innkeep is sitting at the head of the kind of establishment there and reading a book that looks way too small for his person. It's about a normal sized book. He just makes it look small. Kind of flips a page, licks his finger, flips another page. It looks up and says, "Good morning. I hope you slept well given the circumstances."
Yeah. I
What
mean,
circumstances?
it's been very quiet, so it wasn't that hard to sleep.
You know, the things we spoke of yesterday.
Oh yeah.
Right,
Sorry, he
I mean,
just
that didn't
woke
affect
up.
my sleep.
right.
I mean,
I figured as much. He looks groggy. He kind of like dog ears the page in his book and sets it down. He says, "Is there anything I can help you with? Do you need breakfast or beer or information?"
ooh, that last one sounds interesting. Do you have any for us?
The guards seem to be out and about more than they're usually out and about. There are rumors that they caught someone with a plague, but I don't think it's anything to worry about. If
How
they're
many more
detained,
guards
then
can
they're
we do for
detained.
that?
Well, keep making sure that if there are any more sickly out there, then they are detained as well.
I wouldn't want that job. I think we need to get out of here sooner rather than later.
Detain
I
all
agree.
sick in one spot.
You mind if I get a beer for the road?
Oh, yes. He hands you this this kind of jar that's off of the shelf that's capped with what looks like a mushroom top uh, that is made of porcelain. Uh, you would know these to be a specific breed of mushroom that grows closer to the southern region in the mountains. They are
They
a
just work as like
stone-like mushroom species, and people usually find them and try to pick them. Some people have tried to eat them, but find it's like eating a light bulb. It sucks. There's no point. Uh, they are often decorative. Uh, but he kind of sets the jar down in front of you and he says, "Take it. You will probably want it."
Thank you for that. I'll make sure I take good care of it. There he is.
He casts blink for a second.
Wrong round.
If I do that, it's because like my video started lagging, and I just do that to catch up.
Yeah. He Kyntar is narcoleptic and will just like fall asleep sometimes.
Smack the back of his head real quick.
I've always wanted to play a narcoleptic character.
That's funny.
We'll make sure to watch out for you. And with the and I kind of pat the stone. I don't know if I even have it, but make sure we keep in touch with you and take a little swig of the drink.
Perfect. That would be preferable. Things are getting weird,
It was like a sending stone, didn't they?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a bell. It's a
bell.
Yeah. It's like a big Christmas bell.
Yeah. Oh, that's cute.
Yeah. It's a bell on a little blue piece of like tassel.
Gotcha. Oh, ring it and see if a shat like an ash of yours will like.
Ring it and see if you shat.
No. I was meaning like your ash will form like in fucking Elden Ring, and you can have like.
Oh shit.
No.
Yeah. No. Summoning is very different.
Bullshit. Cool. So we have the bell. You've got your fucking breakfast beer.
Well, let's get on out of here.
Breakfast of Champions.
Take a drink.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Step
as
out
you
of the bar,
exit,
immediately guards point spears at us, and they're like, "You're going to the fucking jail." We're like, "Oh god damn it."
No, you exit the bar. You're an eclectic group. You definitely get funny looks, but they're no more funny looks than like if you walked out of your house exceptionally intoxicated.
People just look at us like that. We're fucking weird looking. What do you know?
Yeah. I mean, you're a violin man with horns. He's a giant, and you just look scruffy and wear a coat over your armor, and that's a little peculiar. But the streets seem to be fairly busy with just your daily commerce, people going in and out of shops, carts going by that have shipments of ingredients and items for sale, and you see like a passing cart that has a bunch of people on it that are coming into town. You imagine is kind of a byland ferry service, kind of like the ones you see in Skyrim.
Like a bus or a carriage.
Yeah, like a bus. All aboard the fantasy bus. There are, an assortment of vendors that have anything from food to swords to jewelry to fruits to you name it. It's everywhere. This place is massive. It takes up a significant amount of land. This isn't your typical castle, small village in front of it with a wall around it. Yeah. The castle, speaking of which, sits north of you guys, standing at the tallest point in the land. The wall kind of surrounds you on all sides, disappearing behind buildings and trees alike. Some of the buildings themselves have been built to kind of anticipate a tree growing out of it as a load-bearing beam. Because some people's houses are topped with huge fir trees that kind of shake off, and the shingles on the houses kind of alternate between leaf-shaped red plates and bowls that hold plants in them themselves. Some of these places, you can tell just by looking at them, are decorative. Lots of people put flowers in them, but certain shops you'll see like somebody's planted carrots, or somebody's planted medicinal herbs, or this whole section of the world, or this city has been prosperous because of the just ambient agriculture that happens as the city was built. It's intrinsic into its design. But yeah, the gates out will be south of you at this point. And if there's anything that you would like to do in the city before you leave, you are welcome to ask.
Well, I had a bit of an idea, boys.
What you
I'm
thinking?
open to ideas.
As we're kind of walking, I say, we didn't get paid a whole lot for our last little venture, but we still got paid some. It's nice to have a little bit of money in our pockets.
Yeah, not too shabby.
I say we make a little bit of an investment.
Ooh, investments.
And I say we pull our money together, because I don't think it'll cost us a ridiculous amount. And I say we buy a carriage and a horse, so that way we can speed up traveling time a little bit.
Yeah, we could try. Where you think
I say we could probably get a carriage for like maybe 40 gold, and maybe a horse for about 50 or 60, I bet.
What do you think about... Oh, yeah, that's... Never mind. Just kidding.
That seems a little cheap for a horse, don't you think?
Well, it depends on a horse. If you just need a horse to pull a carriage, you don't need, like, a very expensive one. We're not buying, like, ridiculously nice horses. We just need, like...
I'm not gonna... I'm not gonna be this...
I think it's just like a draft horse or whatever it is that, like, pulls a carriage.
Oh, we could sure try, check it, at least see what the options are. But if not, it's only about a week's travel.
Is there a horse and carriage shop in this city that sells like bundle pack? Have you ever heard of BOGO?
Oh,
BOGO. Yeah, right. You did notice coming into the city and leaving the city, respectively, that there is a kind of a farmhouse just on the outskirts of the wall.
Take the horse, take the carriage.
It has stables and carriages and whatnot, kind of parked up in the lots behind it.
See, we'll go there. We'll get pricing. We'll see how much it is for a lease. No, we'll just show up. We'll see how much it costs.
All right, we'll check her out. But before we go in there, as I'm assuming are we close to it? Whenever we kind of like look around for one, are we close to that shop?
We said it's like
yeah, I mean it's a walk away, but it would probably take you 30 minutes to get there.
It's outside the city. We're headed outside the city. Or it's headed towards outside the city, I think. But we've got things to do. We don't have a ton of money to spend on things, so I say this would be a good little investment.
Yeah, I mean for sure we could definitely try it out.
See.
How much
how much
gold we got, just to kind of see what we're working with.
Well, I mean, if anything, I've got 80 on me right now, 82.
I got about 60, 70, somewhere around there.
Okay, see, so if anything, we can pull it together, and we should be able to get some. I mean,
but you should pay the most since you have the most.
Okay, that's not how that works.
We're gonna see what the price is. Let's not freak out.
It's called being fair and even here.
It should be fair. We should all pay the.
If it was 100 gold, for a horse and a carriage, and we divide it by 3 between all of us, that would be only like 33 gold and like 33 silver or something like that.
So you can we'll do this. If it ends up being an uneven number, you can pay the extra. Does that sound fair?
Yeah, I'll pay
That's
that.
fair to me.
All right, cool. All right, yeah, let's go check her out. See what we can find.
Fucking money grubbing piece of shit.
Great job mediating.
Hey, no problem.
So you guys make your way out of the city, past shops and homes, kids playing in the street. You pass by a group of younger people that don't seem to be up to much good. As you walk past, you're talking to each other, and they bump into you, B, or you bump into one of them, and he goes, "Oi, who are you? Watch where you're going." And he kind of like reaches into his pocket and pulls out this purple bag and slaps the chest of his buddy with it. He says, "Take that." And his buddy kind of runs off. He's like, "Just fuck off, man," and runs off into the distance.
Wait,
I don't like him very much.
You just get pickpocketed?
Wait, oh, motherfucker. And I start chasing after that goddamn person. As you say that, you son of a bitch.
As you're running, check, make I'll say a perception check with advantage, just because.
As I'm running after them, I look back at the dog, and I'm like, sick him!
I'm not sure this is worth it.
Fuck you. You piece of shit. Okay.
Here, I'll also roll sleight of hand.
Okay. I have to make a what check? You said perception?
Perception.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Ooh, only got a 10.
You only got a 10?
Yeah.
You're definitely missing something.
Got
like 100%. They were not adept pickpockets. I rolled a 3. So like when you bumped into them, you could swear you thought he grabbed your thigh before kind of pulling away. And his blatant like slapping his chest after reaching into his pocket.
That fucker down.
It doesn't take
somebody go after them. Be a decoy. Help me out here, guys.
I'm gonna say make an athletics check as well.
All right, motherfucker. This is where I came to play.
Yeah, I think a little bit after he's kind of exclaimed his way, I'm gonna take off running after. I'll be a little bit behind him.
Fezzik.
Did they go in? There's multiple people, right? Did they run in opposite directions?
Yes.
To someone?
They generally ran down the same direction.
Okay.
I will say the one that took off first made a left turn, and the one that took off second made a right turn.
I'll go the left. The guy, because he handed that guy a bag, right?
Yeah.
He said, "Yeah, I'll chase that."
I'll go after the right one.
I got an 18.
Okay.
So I got a 13 plus 5. Let me catch this motherfucker.
All right. You got an 18, you said?
Yeah.
You are running as hard as you can, and you can tell he is as well.
Pull out my crossbow and shoot this
You
bitch.
are
I don't
like
give a fuck.
the exact same pace all throughout like this section of what you're running through.
1 second. I might be a shit here. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna look at what I got.
Heard.
Oh my gosh, he's about to murder this kid.
After he said that he took off towards the right, I think I would veer off and head towards that guy at some point.
Okay.
Okay. Fuck this bitch.
What is your base speed?
Mine's 30.
Yeah. Okay. What is yours, Fezzik?
Mine's just 30.
Okay.
Yeah, mine's 30.
I'm looking to see if I have anything that I could stop him with right now, but I don't, sadly. I could blood curse him, but it would just give him a fucking disadvantage on dex and like strength checks right now.
I mean, he's just a little kid, bro. You put a blood curse on him, he may get give you your stuff back.
So as you guys run through this kind of alleyway, pushing past buildings and leaping over fences and boxes, you can tell that he is getting tired quickly.
That's right, motherfucker. I was enhanced for this shit. I was made for this. You simply joined the darkness. I was born in it.
As you chase him down, I'm going to have you make one more athletics check with advantage.
Alright. This piece of shit.
You got this.
That first one's a 19.
Oh, yeah, you got this.
No, yeah, okay, so 24.
Yeah, as he's running ahead of you, he tries to leap over a picket fence, and his foot gets caught in the down wedge. And he just face plants, boom, right into the dirt. You hop the fence, and he's like, oh, fucking hell.
I'm just going to put my hand and rest it on his foot that's wedged in there and just hold it there and look at it. How you doing?
Like, oh, let go of me. Thumping you on the side of the leg with like no strength at all. He just had the wind knocked out of him, so he's focused on breathing and not beating the shit out of you.
Yeah, as he's doing that, I'm gonna draw my sword and press it down at his neck real quick and be like, "You can cut that shit out."
All right. I'm sorry.
So, did you give your friend the money, or was he a decoy, or am I gonna have to gut you like a pig?
Roll intimidation. While he's doing that, Kyntar, I'm gonna have you. Yeah, I'm gonna have you, Kyntar, roll
Ooh,
perception
my intimidation
with advantage.
is actually one of the things.
Perception?
Yes.
Ooh, that's an 18 plus 3, 21.
Am I with him?
No, you're following the other guy. I just want to get a track on something real quick.
18 plus 3, sir.
He
19.
It's like, I'm not the guy that's got your cash. I handed it off to my friend. I could give you something else if you let me go without a scratch, though.
What have you got?
I got me coat and
That's not really worth much of shit to me, is it?
He's like, look, it's.
You're gonna tell me something. What information do you have?
What do you mean? What information do I have?
Well, I mean, do you know anything? You know, things.
It's the fifth day of the week.
Hey, and I've like pressed the sword closer to the start, and I'm like, you gotta give me something worth your life here. Since you just made me waste my fucking time chasing you.
All right, fine.
You can either tell me something interesting, or you can take your raggedy ass clothes and like pitch them to the wayside because I don't give a shit about them.
I'd like to keep my clothes on. Thank you very much.
Yeah, you can do that. I don't give a fuck about your clothes.
I got 2 pieces of information I could tell you.
Cool, tell me both of them. I want both.
Okay. The guards are out and about because someone got real sick.
I know that shit.
Okay, great. Let me think. There's a guy outside town who's selling horses for dirt cheap, but he's really shady. And he's super old. He used to be the mage, the bard for the king, but he's not anymore because he's too old. He's selling horses for dirt cheap. If I saw that you were leaving town, if you lose your cash, he'd probably be able to provide you one. Please don't kill me. Or put any horrible curse on me.
I shoot my sword, and then I just like give him one little kick in the ribs and then hop back over and start making my way away. I yell back at him and I'm just
regain the breath in his lungs.
Oh yeah, good.
Just gotten it back.
Yeah. And I yell back at him as I'm going away and I'm like, stop this fucking stealing shit, you idiot. And I just keep walking.
Oh my fucking god! As he watches you turn the corner.
Going.
Okay. You as you're running, you catch up with. You catch up with Fezzik, who's like,
that's right, down the road. This motherfucker better be
I will say, in the meantime, Kyntar, as you are running, you have the smell of this kid locked into your senses, and you are just hauling ass. You smell him turn a corner, you smell him leap over a fence, you see him go under a fence instead of over to try to get you to lose track of him. And then it stops. And you're in this thin alleyway that is broken up by an almost perfectly square, covered like by a cloth. It almost looks like a sewage drainage area, because on the sides there are these dips into the ground that kind of fall underneath the city. It's empty all for one person who looks just withered in the corner, who's kind of like exhaling these puffs of smoke, and they're like, get out of here. You don't want any part of this.
The kid, where'd he go?
Well, I don't know what you're talking about. What kid?
You just saw a kid run through here. Where'd he go?
I'm gonna have you make an insight check. 9?
Yeah, it's my first bad roll.
Okay. You can't tell whether or not he's trying to deceive you. You can tell that he's just focused on kind of existing right now, or his focus seems elsewhere. He's like, I haven't seen any kids. Most kids don't come back here because they know it's dangerous.
Can I do like a Arcana check around him?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's just a fucking hobo.
13.
13. You can tell that the black smoke isn't normal. He looks particularly ill. You've heard about vagrants consuming substances that cause things like this. There are drugs out there that will change like the pigment of your skin and cause you to breathe out fogs. They're usually magically enchanted, and they tie you to fey creatures that want other things from you.
That sounds like some good drugs, dude. How the fuck do I get my hands on? I need a drug that ties me to a fucking god thing. Like what? No, not really. I don't need that.
I will say that at this point, you recognize that the smell you were following, while it has stopped, it hasn't gone away.
Oh. Okay, then I want to try and grab this guy and frisk him. I'm looking for the bag.
Fucking officer stop and search? Jesus.
I think this is the guy.
As you grab onto his clothes and hoist him up, what is your AC?
17.
17.
Wait, no, I'm in human form. It is 16.
Okay. Still, you hoist him up, and you immediately see his knee go to his chest as he tries to kick you away from him, and the coin pouch falls out of his pack. Yeah. Yeah, that purple bag falls out of his
Gotcha.
kind of satchel there on the side, and you hear his voice shift, and it goes, "Oh shit!" His face kind of glimmers and bubbles for a moment as his charcoal blackened visage turns into this pale, almost translucent white color. You would know this to be a changeling.
Oh shit, it was a changeling. I just thought the motherfucker was using illusion magic. I thought he just used the guy's self. Interesting.
His eyes kind of glaze over with this black onyx, or
What
even
do I
of
know
like the
about
sclera.
changelings?
You know that they can transform into the faces of other people that they've seen before. You know that.
Trev, have you ever played The Witcher?
Barely.
Okay, well,
Not
I was going
enough
to say
to know what a changeling is.
Oh, I was going to say in The Witcher there's these things called doppelgangers, and they're literally like the same thing. It's like they can just shift and change their faces to look like other people.
Think like Mystique from X-Men.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah.
If they see someone, they can make themselves look like them.
They usually have to be pretty well acquainted with that person as well.
Oh. Interesting. Okay. I assume I'm still holding on to this guy.
Yeah, you got him.
Cool.
I will say now that he's up and active and he's got his feet planted, make a grappling. I'll say roll for a grapple. That'll be contested.
Is that like strength?
Yeah, contested strength.
Yep.
That's a 13 on my end.
Do I have advantage on strength throws or no?
Do you have a little dot next to him?
Yes.
Well, that would be proficiency.
Then, yeah. That's proficiency. So you add the proficiency.
I have an advantage on strength saving throws, but that's not what this is, right?
Right.
I was gonna say
you are trying to hold him still.
Yeah, this is just strength.
Yeah.
So I have an 11.
He's making a saving throw. You did an 11?
Yes.
Mine was a 13. So as you're holding him there, he goes up for another kick, but with both of his legs, and spikes you directly in the stomach. Not enough to severely hurt or cripple you for the time being, but it does get you to be pushed back from him. He lands flat on his back.
So he's prone?
As of now, yes. He, I will say...
Sorry, I had to pee real quick.
Without entering combat, make an athletics check to see if you can muster the strength to kind of, will your body forward to get to him before he gets up.
24.
24? Yeah. You easily enough, he's just about to get up off the ground, and you just push him back to the ground as he, is just knocked flat back prone. At this point, I'll consider him crippled. Jesus. I'll grappled. You broke his spine in the process. No, at this point, he is.
That's like, yeah.
Yeah. Grappled, not crippled. And he's just like, look, we need the money. We wouldn't take it if we didn't need it. You see the amount of guards there are outside.
I'm not really listening to him, and I am just searching his person as much as I can. I'm looking for everything.
Okay.
Like everything he has on him.
Yeah. You pull out like a really dull. It was like a butter knife that he sharpened into a more efficient weapon, but it's still like obscenely dull.
Like a fucking prison shank.
Yeah, exactly. He has a small pouch of some sort of herb or it's just like plant material. A small little like. As you take that, he goes, no, don't take that. As you're kind of rifling through the rest of his stuff, he really doesn't have a whole lot on him. The little bag that the coin pouch fell out of earlier, you can tell now that you're getting a closer look on it, has like a baseball-sized hole in the bottom of it. it's a miracle there was anything in that bag to begin with.
Okay. Are you part of a group? Where are you guys holed up?
No, it's just me and my brother. We're just trying to gather resources now that her dad's gone.
Is your brother the person that you were changed into?
No. That I don't really want to talk about that, honestly.
Where do you stay? Where do you and your brother stay?
Well, we usually stay with my dad. All right, fine.
Okay.
I see now that it's pointless, and you've essentially got me at claw point, and I don't know that I'm going to get out of this, especially with cash. I'm smarter than my brother is, and get roped into shit that I don't want to do. Our dad is the one that got taken by the guards. He is sick. We don't know what's wrong with him. We imagined he was doing deals with somebody nefarious, but yeah, we just don't know. He got sick and the guards took him away so that he wouldn't get anybody else sick.
Would it be like an insight? Like I want to see if he's deceiving me.
Bitch slap him.
Sure. Yeah. Make an insight check.
You went a much nicer way about this than I did.
6. He.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't planning on it.
You're not tell. You're not tell. You can't tell if he's lying to you or if he just looks shady. Like, if it's something about the clothes that he's wearing or like just the state that he's in, he might be lying to you, but he also just might be a scrungly dude.
Okay. I lift him up, say, I get what you're going through. I've been through hard times myself. I'm not gonna let you steal from me, but here you go. Take this for you and your brother. And I hand him 1 day of rations.
Oh, he looks at it like it's gold itself. He's like, thank you. Thank you very much. May I get off the ground now?
I lifted him up before I did that.
Oh, okay.
I lifted him up.
He's like, thank you.
Little bit of advice, though. If you're going to continue to steal from other people, I would either, work on your, deceptiveness or, do some more cardio.
Oh, it's obviously, yeah. I mean, you're not wrong on the second part, but I mean, you saw my brother. He just handed it to me, and I ran. I didn't know what else to do.
That's true, and the change you did that almost got me. That was pretty good.
What the fuck is happening right now?
I'm smarter than most people. That probably
you can tell
work
that
on those. I would assume
this kid's younger than you realized he was when you were running up on him, and he's like bashful because he's appreciative that you can see the talents that he's worked so hard on, and he's like, oh, thanks. It's I got it from my mom, and my dad's just a guy, but I try.
Well, hey, maybe you could do me a little favor since I've I feel like I went pretty easy on you considering what you and your brother have done, but I don't know. My party's about to be like out of town for a while, but do you think you and your brother could just keep an ear to the ground, and when we return, let us know if you have heard anything of interest?
Yeah, absolutely. For the time being, we're actually 2 rows down and 3 rows right. That's where we're at. I probably shouldn't have ran home with your shit immediately after we stole it, now that I think about that. But
yeah, you should think about a secondary location maybe to take the stolen goods to first.
Yeah, you should have a drop point.
You kind of want to you want to lose the pursuit before you head home. But just some advice.
He looks at you very curiously and is like, sir, you're rather nice, but you give shit advice for someone who's, you know what, never mind, thank you, I appreciate that. You can tell that his logic was kind of catching up, that what they were doing is bad. The advice you were giving them is good for the situation that they're in, but
Yeah,
it's
for
not
bad shit.
overall good advice.
To each their own.
I mean, I
Right,
know
yeah.
sometimes you have to do what you got to do. I mean, I understand it. I've been there before.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, we may be in contact later, and if you have anything very valuable to us, there could be a little coin in it for you and your brother. So, listen.
That would be great. We would both be appreciative. If you can't find us, there's an old church of Brimstack down the road, or a temple of Brimstack down the road, and it will probably be staying there. You would know Brimstack to be the sun god. He's the kind of all presiding deity of this region.
All right. Noted. Now, get back out there and try to do a little better than you did last time. I'm gonna turn and walk away.
He just kind of stands there with his
I pick up the coin, the perk. I pick up the bag of.
Yeah. The bag of bee. You take it up and you turn around and walk out. As you pass him, you can tell he's just kind of like shocked at the situation. He's like, "Oh God, I got away with that." Just the look on his face is very like, "I cannot believe I'm still alive right now."
I want to do like one last like pat down of myself to make sure that nothing was taken from me.
I just want to like come running in as B and be like, "That's the other little shit," and just like start marching over towards him.
I throw you your bag. And it's like, "Hey, we got it all sorted out. We're good to go."
Yeah.
And I try to lead him on, onward.
Yeah, just like weighing the bag in my hand, like
it's all there.
Fezzik, what is your experience been this whole time?
Well, I think I don't know if there was some confusion or whatnot.
I thought to drink his beer.
Well, I thought I was chasing after the one on the right, so I guess I was just once I met up with him, I was just following, because I haven't seen any of the children. Yeah, at this point, I've just been kind of running.
Yeah, you started running a little later than the other two had.
Would I know that, like, is his brother a changeling as well?
You have no idea.
I know that?
You wouldn't know whether or not his brother was a changeling.
I'll cut out.
Changelings.
Yeah. You're cutting out there, boss.
Yep.
God damn it, Trev. Get your shit together.
Figure it out. Rule number 1, handle your shit.
Okay, he's still stuck.
Damn.
He'll figure it out. Good workers around here anymore.
Oh, goodness. In the meantime, Fezzik, you noticed as you were running around and trying to catch up to your teammates, the commotion stirred up by you and your party caught the attention of some of the guards in town. There are heavier eyes on you at this point. Not now that you're kind of in this back area away from the main thoroughfare.
Right.
But as you kind of dipped into this alleyway, you caught some strange looks from a few of the guards. That kind of like, don't see that?
Yeah, I think once I get back to B and to Kyntar, I kind of look at them and did you get your stuff?
Yeah, you got it.
All right, let's get out of here. We got some unwanted eyes on us right now. Let's get out of here.
Alrighty, I found this really cute pup while I was out fighting that guy, so I'm just gonna bring her along with us.
picked up somebody's
excellent.
dog.
Took him. Who cares? She's mine now.
All right, well, let's get the fuck out of here. Don't want any problems.
This is like
you guys make your way out, finding your way easy enough to the edge of the city. As you exit, the guards keep an extra eye on you, and you notice that the guards that saw you running into the alleyway were the two that were posted at the post office before you left for your initial journey. And the awkward, taller one just kind of like grimaces and waves at you as you leave the city.
They got like a little bit of an upgrade.
I just give a little bit.
They're just. Yeah.
Well, there's more guards out and about now, so they have like actual real duty. I just want to say, though, I pictured those two guards as those two stormtroopers from the beginning of the season 1 finale of The Mandalorian. That's the exact vibe I feel like they give off.
Absolutely. Or like Mertz and Turbish from Disenchanted. It's the Matt Groening fantasy show, Simpsons style. Okay. As you guys are exiting,
I want to let while we're walking, I want to let them know. Yeah, those were just some kids, and the one I chased down actually was a changeling. So I actually made an ally of him, and he might have some valuable information for us when we return.
Are you telling this to the guards randomly?
I'm telling it to you, fucker.
Oh, okay. You didn't specify who you were telling it to.
You just started talking.
Yes,
I wasn't sure what was going. You just said that you were. I didn't know who you were talking to.
Yeah, we just thought.
I was talking to you guys. I literally said that.
Oh, okay.
I just heard. I just want to say. Is all I heard was I just want to say, and then just started talking.
Sorry. Did you pay him at all?
I gave him some food. They're really struggling. Apparently, their father was a patient zero for this plague they've got going on right now. So they're on hard times. But no, I did not pay them.
You didn't give them any money. You just gave them some food.
Exactly. That's what you're supposed to do in those situations. Because
I
got this, and I pull out the drugs I confiscated. Because this is where that money would have went to, I'm sure.
So can I?
Oh, so you traded for the food? I see.
I didn't trade the food. I stole his drugs.
Can I grab the plant and look at it? Is it actually a drug, or is it just a plant?
I didn't trade him food. I stole his drugs. Needs to be a T-shirt.
But if I grab it and inspect it, is it actually drugs or is it a?
I feel like I should be able to know that too.
Make a medicine check.
Okay. Oh, medicine.
I'd say because I know I have. Okay. I know I have.
That'd be a nature check.
I know I have an alchemist kit and alchemist supplies and things like that.
Okay. Then I'll say roll with advantage.
Cool. All right. Well, the first one was a 1 that rolled out, so.
Oh, I have advantage too because I've got I've got
so 14
proficiency in those tools.
You have to have the tools to get these.
Yeah, you have to have
1.
Oh, Kyntar, you have no idea what this is. To the point to where you smell it and it is completely affronting to your senses. It is incredibly pungent and it does not smell good. What did you roll?
I rolled a
14. You've seen similar looking dried plants kept like this. Most of them tend to be medicinal, kind of like herbs that can be turned into salves or teas or something like that. Very rarely will you see medicinal style things prescribed in a smoking fashion. But as you kind of push some of the contraband inside away, you do notice there's a small round stone with what looks like a hole bored all the way through one side and into the middle, where there's kind of a dip. You can tell it's like a makeshift pipe.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so is it just like weed basically, or
you're not.
Shut up, Trev. You don't even know what the fuck it is. You're just like grass.
I saw what it did to that kid, though.
What do you? He's with Changeling. He looked like a different person. That's why he looked like that.
As you inspect it, the smell of this plant is offensive. Just having the bag open, and as you pushed your fingers across it, you can tell it leaves like a black inky substance on your finger. It kind of it feels like pine tar. It's that sticky.
Okay, I'm gonna hand it back to Trev or back to Kyntar. I'm just gonna be like, use this at your own risk. That shit looks dangerous.
That's all yours, my friend.
I fucking, as we're walking down the road, I chuck that shit. I don't fucking want it.
You lob it into just like a down alley.
I do chase after it. I chase after it.
You're not sure whether or not it's the dog-like instincts to chase after it or not.
I try to hand it to him.
I look at you and I just say, no, bad boy, and I just keep walking.
I imagine this has been going on because Fezzik is like trying to continue onto the road. I just look back. You guys have a brain? Are we going? Like, what's going on here? Are we playing fetch right now?
As we're walking towards where we need to go.
I'm not trying to play fetch. I'm sorry.
Gosh, what is going on here?
You chased it after I tried to toss it.
It's like we get some important info. We just act like weirdos around here now.
It could come useful. I don't know why we would just throw it away.
That's fine. That's whatever. Just put it away. Let's go. Let's do our thing. You're gonna get out of this town. All these guards looking at us. I'm a big body to look at. Get uncomfortable.
As you guys exit the city, you notice, there's people coming in and out of town. The guards check everyone, though. They kind of give just a brief look over and let people pass. There are certain people that they'll kind of take aside if they look sicker than the rest of the lot and give them a more thorough inspection. But as you pass through the gates, all you guys get is just kind of a consulary glance and them just being like, all right, go on. As you enter into the wilderness, you see hills covered in dense grass, and there are a few flowers here and there, but this wouldn't be considered part of the Everhill. This wouldn't be considered part of the Grove.
Kyntar is still very careful around any flower.
For sure. You guys make your way down the road that there was a road that you took to go east, and there are kind of off-branch roads in almost every direction. You guys start following the southernmost road along the forest to your guys' right as you exit the city. Big kind of puffy green trees with your kind of shield-shaped leaves. As you walk down the road, I would like Fezzik to make a perception check for me.
We'll see.
I'll say at this point, you've been walking down the road for maybe an hour now, and haven't seen a whole lot of buildings. The building that you were told about with the horses just outside. Yeah. It hasn't come up yet.
Okay.
Just the outskirts of town is still a bit of a ways.
Gotcha. 7.
7.
All right.
You don't see anything, but you do hear this like furniture creak off in the distance. It's like out in the field somewhere.
Kind of look around. I'd probably just brush it off to hear like the trees kind of push back and forth and just keep traversing.
Fair enough. Yeah. As you guys continue on, nothing seems to come of it. There was just some odd sounds out there, it seems. After about another 30 minutes or so, you can see some buildings pop up here and there, just kind of lower society buildings, some kind of like barns and shacks and stuff that have agriculture outside and some pigs, and each individual little pig has kind of a low burning flame on their back.
Ember pigs?
Huh?
Are these ember pigs?
Ember swines, you uncultured
Ember swines,
swine.
Sorry. Yes, they are. They are. Very rarely will you find a normal pig or a normal goat or a normal cow or anything like that. There will usually be some sort of augmentation to them.
Ginger
so ember swine are like just as normal as like pigs are to us.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Yeah. But do they smell like bacon?
Almost always.
Okay, I imagine right? Kyntar is salivating every time we pass one.
You walk past the farms that have ember swine in them, and you can't help but feel hungry. Almost wishing you would have grabbed some breakfast.
Like, how as a person would you be able to like go through like as a society and like see these things and like be next to it and smell it and be like, oh fuck,
part of the culture,
and not just butcher it there and just be like, well, I don't give a shit at this point. I would just saying.
There are cultural things about this world that have pigs be a more significant creature in cultural standing. Primarily, the sun god rode atop a flaming boar.
Oh, okay.
Well, these aren't boars; they're swans.
The same lady. You know what?
Trev,
I'll let you have your thoughts about
Trev
that.
and I are like a couple Americans in fucking India would just be like, just give us burgers, man. We just want a couple burgers. And they're like, we'll kill you over this. Come on.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, man. Sorry.
You see off in the distance, maybe a mile or two ahead of you, there is a single stone tower that kind of sits closer to the horizon. It's covered up by a few buildings, but it peeks out over a majority of them. The rest of the buildings consist of, like I said, small kind of thatch roofed homes. There is that building that you were told about with the horses. There are, carriages and whatnot, or rather, this is the one that you saw as you were coming into town. Kind of like before the campaign really picked up. You imagine, however, that tower is the one that you were told about.